All right, folks, how you doing? WrestleTrueResults303.com. Check out the website. Link in the description box. Mind, body, spirit, fitness, putting the healing back in health. Coming at you today with a video, some food for thought on the power of three. So, the number three, if you look at ancient times, there's something mythical and magical about this number three. What is it? Some people don't really know what it's a prime number. There's three pyramids in Egypt. What else is there? There was three wise men at Jesus's birth. He died and resurrected in 3 days. Whatever the case may be, what I see, a pyramid has three sides, unless you count the bottom. Then there's four sides. But so there's something mystical and magical about this number three. And what is it? And how can we somehow use it in our everyday lives? So first off, I'm going to do a little diagram for you here on three, right? So here we go. The power of three. So we're going to have one circle right there. That's one. Hopefully you can see it. We're going to have two. All right. And then we have that third one. Three circles, right? Here's the power of three right there. Power of three. Being able to connect all three things and bring it together, right? So whenever we're approaching anything in life, this is where we want to get to. This is the power of three. Three things uniting as one. So there we go. That's what we're trying to find. That's the power of three right there. Being able to find that connection. That's where you want to be. So in using that power of three, I will just go off some of my thoughts. So one would be just in your everyday experiences, your life experiences, right? Past, present, and future. For me, I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. And the unfortunate thing is we're too busy watching TV, social media, whatever the case may be, to analyze our own lives. And sometimes they say you might look into it a little too much, but we've got to be able to look at it in a positive way, I think. If we're looking at it in a negative way, then yes, I think it's a bad thing. But I truly believe even bad things happen for a reason. I have my own thoughts on why I hurt my knee. So everything happens for a reason. So that past, present, future, the present, what are you doing right now? I'm going to go back to the past real quick. Sometimes I have a video, rock bottom, the key to success. Everybody will talk about that. When we're at our lowest is when we, find that power and that courage to come up out of it and rise to the challenge. So in the present, what are you doing right now? You have your goals, you have your list. What are you doing right now to change things? And then, of course, the future, whatever you're doing is going to affect the future. We got all three of them, past, present, and future. And once you're able to analyze the past, to understand the present and go forward, then we're going to build that future of our dreams that we want, or happiness, right? I'm not going to say success, because I think the ultimate success is happiness, true happiness. What's the next one going to be? This is a mind, body, spirit channel. Fitness, your mental health, and your spiritual health. So all three of those things will come into play. I just made a video series on how to increase your intelligence based on the book that I read, The Einstein Factor. Right? So we got to be mentally strong. Unfortunately, in today's world, Alzheimer's is I don't know if it's at an all-time high, but it's definitely rising. And what happens as you get older, you start to lose your mind. You don't recognize the people around you. Unfortunately, one of my good buddies, they're going through this issue with his grandmother. And one thing, look it up. They're starting to say Alzheimer's might be type 3 diabetes. So look into that a little bit. And then of course your body. This is your vehicle. This is your true vehicle. Nobody cares about your car or anything. It doesn't matter if you live to be 100 if you spend the last 10 years in a wheelchair. I've always told people I would rather just die in my sleep at a healthy age at 80, 70, whatever the case may be. Personally, I'm gonna live to be 100 and do 10 push-ups. And people always tell me, why 10 push-ups? I don't know. I don't really know. I don't even know really an 80-year-old that can do 10 push-ups. I want to be 100, do a 10 push-ups. One push-up for every decade I've been alive. Right? So, and then spiritual. You know, I'm a spirit. I think we're all spiritual beings as a spirit. Of course, for me, it's Christianity, Catholicism, but never be afraid to dive into and learn anything about other forms of religion or spirituality or thoughts. Right? You're only going to grow and be a better person, no matter what. We in the Catholic Church have great minds that have based their whole thinking on Aristotle or any of the great minds of psychology back in the day to kind of defend the Christian faith against it. So if that's something that you're interested in, look at that. I think it would be Saint Augustine, I think was one, and I just had his book, The Dumb Ox. This is one of the books, but he does it. Saint Thomas Aquinas. Look into them. So what's the next one? The father, mother, child relationship, right? That's the same thing. That's that 3, father, mother, child. And that's why when we have children, we need to really make sure that, we don't play favorites. Each child brings their own beauty to the world. And you need to be there to help your child understand the beauty that they bring to the world, their weaknesses and their strengths, and help them become the best that they can do. And as I was thinking about this video this morning, I had thoughts about, kind of why having pets is kind of a downfall to society, because now we start to see them as children. And I might go and try and make a video on that. I was just kind of discussing it while I was making my tea this morning. But there's the same thing with that father, mother, child relationship and that 3 in 1. That's kind of that 1 + 1 = 3. One of those weird math equations, because 1 man, 1 woman equals a child, which is 3. And I think just they're trying to take over today and break down the family. And once the family is broken down, society becomes broken. And I think that's very clear in today's world, in the broken world that we have. So next, what can you do for career-wise? Right? It's something that you got to be good at, something that you love to do, and something that people will pay for, something that people need. Those are your 3 things. You love to do, you're good at it, and people will pay for it. People need it. So there you go. You can use that in your everyday life when it comes to what you want to do for your career. Next is going to be just communicating with people. What do they say? You always want to listen to the person, think before you speak, and then go ahead and talk and try to get your point across. And of course, we all know sometimes I struggle with this one all the time. It could be because I'm a male, and I think a lot of males struggle with this, where we're always trying to solve a problem with the lady that we are talking to. And sometimes I used to hear it from the last chick that I used to talk to, and that's what she always said. I don't want a solution, just listen to me. So sometimes maybe we need to take that speaking out of that, but still, it's always going to be listen, think, and speak. And for you women, just tell us, you just want to vent. You don't want a solution. That'll help us out. If you're like me, though, I always try to come up with a solution, because they say for us men, unfortunately, the best way we know how to love is by doing something. We're not very emotional. Sometimes that can be a downfall. Sometimes that can be good. But we definitely try to show our love by doing things for you, trying to get the solution, figure it out to help you. And that backfires on us a lot of the times. But so there you go. There's just a few right there. So past, present, future, mind, body, spirit, father, mother, child. Oh, the one I'm missing, I didn't have it on there. I erased it, was the Holy Spirit, right? The Trinity, the Holy Trinity, the same thing. We've got God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We get the same thing. All 3 of them melding together into it's 3 persons, 1 body, or whatever that they say, 1 mind, whatever. But same thing. So once again, there you go, the power of 3. Like I said, that's what we're going for. We're trying to aim for right there in the middle, that power of 3. Figure it out in your life. See great things happen. All right. So once again, I hope this video helps. subscribe to the channel, share and like these videos.